We took an Amazon listing and optimized it to go from ranking at 30,000 to 832 and showing on page 1. But the craziest part, it happened in 24 hours. Most Amazon gurus will say you need to wait weeks and spend gobs of money on launch programs or give away thousands of free products to rank on Amazon. This may have been true in 2017 when they first started, but this year, there are new Amazon listing optimization moves that yield thousands of dollars in sales within weeks, like this and this and this. They all followed a step-by-step optimization strategy that I'm about to share with you completely free. And you can use it on your Amazon listings and have your sales look like this. Because when you know how top Amazon sellers guarantee their listings can rank and sell, you'll be able to consistently get to page 1 in any category and grow 5- and 6-figure monthly sales, all without having years of experience, a genius IQ, or blowing big budgets on giveaways. So to own page 1 of Amazon, you need about 1 percentage point higher in unit session percentage than your competitors. You can find that number right here in Amazon Seller Central. Since most page 1 Amazon sellers are averaging 12.3% on their unit session percentage, this means you will need about a 13 on your unit session percentage to get to page 1 and stay there. So the fastest way to get a unit session percentage bump is simply to increase your average sales per visit. And there's a genius strategy that big Amazon sellers use to guarantee their listings own page 1. But they usually keep it behind massive multi-$1,000 paywalls or in private masterminds or among their close friends. So it's no wonder that they keep growing bigger while you're still waking up with no new sales. Once you understand this strategy, you'll be able to outwit the Amazon robot algorithm by crafting only high-yield Amazon listings, just like this one, and this one, and this one. And it all comes down to a step-by-step process. First, I want you to go to the Amazon homepage and type in a keyword. Let's use protein as an example. We'll look up the count and see that Amazon thinks there are 40,000 listings worthy of ranking for the word protein. This page only contains a handful of those, but at the top, we'll scroll past the paid ads because these guys are spending money to be here. But below that, look at this. This listing is ranking page 1 for free. And if we deep dive into each of these listings at the top, we see something suspiciously similar. Look at what's on this listing, now this listing, and this listing. But let's take a trip to the end of the search results out here on page 7. This poor group of listings are simply not seeing traffic this deep, like this one on page 7. Are you noticing anything different? The big sellers are all making millions per month and all have something similar going on with their listings. Their listings are long and detailed, but in a very particular way. I'm telling you, all the big Amazon sellers do this. And if you apply this to your own Amazon listings, you'll never see page 7 again, because when you know how to consistently build high-yield Amazon listings that sell, you'll be able to model it over and over and over again and consistently build higher and higher unit session percentages than your competitors. This will increase your Amazon ranking so that you can hit page 1 in the next 30 days. But to do this successfully, you need to remember that most people try to just copy what page 1 sellers are doing. But if that were the right way, then everyone on page 7 would be on page 1. I spent my first 2 years creating listings that were exact copies of other big listings, only to see results like this every morning. But now that I've helped hundreds of brands across multiple categories, I realize where most sellers go wrong. The key here is to steal like an artist. Copy and paste Amazon listings never work. So what you want to do is to take inspiration from the best, but in a strategic way. First off, you need to stop the Amazon thumb scroll. So we want to rework your main image because most main images are pretty bland. And this is really shoppers' first interaction with your product. So start with using contrast and color. Next, you want to add at least one element that's not part of the product. This is to raise curiosity and get the click. Maybe that could be some fruit for grocery items that adds both color and curiosity. Or maybe it's adding a unique selling proposition to the packaging that speaks to people who only trust USA-made products. Or adding some sort of product in use element that adds either context or curiosity about the product and gets the click. But if you really want the sale, there's about a 5-second window after they click on your main image when shoppers will decide whether to back out or stay on your listing. I figured out a proven way to make sure they stick around, and it all comes down to confirmation bias. Make them feel like they chose wisely. I like to do this by turning their clicks into a journey, where each choice unfolds like a chapter in a riveting novel. Let's continue looking at protein. This listing immediately comforts the shopper with social proof. Double-digit reviews and above and 4+ star ratings alleviate fears, allowing customers to make purchases with confidence and peace of mind. But this takes it one step further. You can see that when you hover over here, the images increase interest, culminating in a listing video. Doing this keeps browsers engaged and gets them past the dreaded 5-second mark. But once your viewer has stayed past the 5-second mark, you need to increase desire and get them to add to cart, because they could click away at any time. Therefore, we need to trap browsers with an emotionally charged sales process. I've put together a 3-step process to make sure shoppers stick around. The first step is deep market research. Look at this research for lip liner pencils. Sure, it has data and keywords, but the juicy stuff is back here. It's chock full of emotional stories and reasons why people buy. And I can guarantee that when an Amazon listing is not making sales, 80% of the time, you'll find that there's simply not enough emotion on the page. So we want to find emotions that grab shoppers and use those to trap them on your product page. Then we use more emotions to stir up desire and cause action. The better we do at this, the more we can increase that unit session percentage to 13% and beyond. And each percentage point could be the difference between your listing dominating or being stuck on page 7. To do this, I'm about to give you a proven Amazon optimization framework for high-yield listings. And this is the exact framework that gets shoppers to go from uninterested browsers to emotionally engaged buyers, because it targets the specific dopamine pockets in the brain that make shoppers take action. The first line in your copy should immediately confirm to the shopper that this product will solve their problem or fulfill their desire. In other words, they need to know that they clicked on the right product and that the packaging was not just clickbait. Plus, there needs to be social proof. For example, the first line in this copy is directly from our market research, and it says, "Fans tell us that the 11 perfectly pigmented shades get compliments." This reinforces the idea that this listing is giving them a lip liner that is proven to work, and it will boost their ego at the same time. It does this with a hint of social proof by referring to what fans are telling us. The next is to convey stories that we uncovered in our market research in a simple visual way that can be easily understood. We do this with simple show and tell. So in this copy, I said, they also like how the 11 lip liner pencils let them quickly craft the perfect pout for play or a clean professional look for work in seconds. If you scan the images, you'll see the demographic at work and at play. This infiltrates into the shopper's unconscious because the research showed us that they want one set of pencils that do it all. So when they read this and see these images, they get a big hit of dopamine. But if that doesn't happen, they're left feeling incomplete and they just leave. Now, the third step that I'm about to show you will overcome the #1 Amazon myth. 99% of new Amazon sellers think that Amazon shoppers are all about bargain hunting, when in fact, I doubled David's top line sales by an extra $1.4 million simply by making the product sell at a premium, like this. It comes down to creating the right expectations. If you present the shopper with an upscale elegance and then give them evidence to support your premium pricing, your average order value is going to shoot up far higher than if you just focused on features. Because if a shopper hops onto a feature-focused listing, they're going to go away and compare your features with your competitors. Then the only difference will be the price. and you're going to lose sales to a lower priced competitor. For example, with David's listing, we focused on propositions like this, trusted by hotel, restaurant, and resort owners. Now the shopper is looking at this product for their own backyard, but now realizes that these are used in resorts. That sets the tone for an upscale pricing and gives you social proof. Alternatively, you could just elevate the product with emotional image design and let the copy carry the weight with words like premium, elegant, and upscale. Again, implying that your product is worth the price. And one critical thing that you need at this point is to have a toolbox with multiple Amazon marketing layers. I'm using this layered approach on my mission to take 1,000 people to over $100,000 in sales on Amazon completely for free. In fact, I have many free resources that give you these layers, and those resources are better than most YouTubers' paid stuff. So subscribe to see those. Now that we can hold shoppers' attention for more than 5 seconds and we have emotionally charged copy and images, we need to make sure we don't lose the shoppers when they slip below the fold. Stats show that when sellers do this, there is a greater than 90% chance that you've lost the sale. So there is marketing that can be done down here to recapture the sale after the shoppers slip away. And I'm not here to waste your time, so here's a video of the current tools that I'm using to capture those sales. Feel free to copy it word for word, picture for picture. Let me say that below the fold marketing has been shown to increase sales conversions by 3% on the low side to upwards of 10% and more. Each percentage point you gain stacks the odds in your favor for a page 1 rank. So in your Amazon optimization, you want to add more and more layers packed with emotion and pictures and video so that shoppers stay engaged. Now, the CTA, or call to action, which simply means telling the shopper what to do next. Now on Amazon, this needs to be done delicately because Amazon bans any obvious CTAs, such as saying, click the add to cart button. You can't do that. So my call to action is always gentle, like this, but don't take our word for it. Try the plush luxury of these 11 pencils on your next night out and see for yourself how easy it is to craft the perfect pout wherever adventures take you. And trust me, all these little changes make a world of difference in your Amazon growth. I've seen these layers add up over and over, like the 6.8x lift enjoyed by Reliable One, just by doing what I've already shown you. And one little thing that has helped conversions a lot, like on these big listings, such as Optimum Nutrition's listing, is adding video. Your video doesn't have to be a Hollywood production. Sometimes a simple 3D product animation like this can have a profound effect on sales because the visual movement grabs attention and brings the product to life. In fact, adding simple layers like this took this account to $68,000 in just a few weeks. The goal is to add more layers. It's got me thousands of page 1 listings for free. So now that you know how to make your viewer click and stay on your listing and how to get them to add to cart, you need to attract shoppers to your high-yield Amazon listing. There are special layering strategies that have had a huge impact on Amazon traffic. So check out this video where I show you what it is and how you can use it to guarantee your sales start climbing. Thank you and have a great day.